So the Yankees went and they upped their offer for Juan Soto. We're going to talk about what this means. But before we do me a favor. If you love the Yankees and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. I would love to get there by the new year. So if you could help us get there, that would be an absolute blessing. So let me know what you guys think about this, okay? The Yankees have upped their offer for Juan Soto. Yesterday was reported that offers went out to Soto, that 5 teams offered him a contract. The Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, the Metropolitans, and the New York Yankees. Well, today, John Heyman reports that the Yankees indeed made another offer, upped their offer, and in that offer, it includes multiple opt-outs. So why would the Yankees include opt-outs? Well, listen, Soto's testing free agency at a very, very young age. At the age of 26. He just turned 26, in fact. He turned 26 in Game 1 of the World Series. On Game 1 of the World Series, I guess I should say. He's young. So, of course, he's going to want some opt-outs. I knew that from the jump. This is very normal. He probably wants to test maybe at, 30, 31. And then potentially test again a couple years after that. Who knows? I don't know how the opt-outs are structured. But having opt-outs in the deal, most likely they're player opt-outs, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's really not. I kind of like it. I kind of like it because now for the Yankees, it's like, okay, well, if he wants to opt out and if by that time, if we don't see a reason to give him even more money, then all right, Juan, adios, brother. Thank you so much for your time. That could happen too. But him having opt-outs is very normal. He's going to want to test again. A-Rod had opt-outs. An opt-out when he signed that big record-breaking contract many moons ago with the Rangers. So it's very normal. Machado, same thing with the Padres. Now, I've heard somebody say, oh, why would you want opt-outs if you're not concerned with the future of this team? That means nothing. Doesn't mean anything. You just want to test again. He could have signed with the Dodgers. He's going to want to test again. I just find it interesting. Maybe I'm reading too into it. I find it interesting that the Yankees are the team that re-upped their offer, that offered him another deal. The Mets aren't. We haven't seen a report that they upped their offer, but we saw a report that the Yankees upped their offer. Now, obviously, they have time. Of course they have time. They have all the time in the world. But it seems anyway. Because who knows when Juan's going to make a decision. But for me as a Yankee fan, I kind of like that the Yankees are being a little aggressive here. Because for them to go back to Boris and to Juan Soto and say, here's another deal. The first one they either didn't like or they got a better offer somewhere else. And the Yankees are like, wait a minute, nuh-uh. You're not going anywhere, bucko. So now we know they offered another contract. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. I uploaded another video. If you want to check that out, we talk about Blake Snell and the Dodger fiasco. Listen, as far as that goes, I guess talk about it a little bit here. As far as that goes, they're playing by the rules. There's nothing illegal, right? Of course not. It's frustrating, but I'm not taking it as, oh no, they stink. They shouldn't be doing that. I'm not. They could do that. It's fine. These deferrals, they kind of stink a little bit, but hey, they're doing it. I just want the Yankees to match that energy. That's it. I just want them to match that energy to go out and get a Corbin Burnes, which now they're linked to Corbin Burnes. They held Zoom meetings with Blake Snell, Burnes, and Max Fried. So we'll see. Obviously, Smelly Snelly went to the Dodgers. We'll see what happens now. The Orioles and the Dodgers were in the lead for Corbin Burnes. Now I doubt they're still in on Burnes. That wouldn't really make too much sense to me for them to get Burnes and Blake Snell. But I'm shocked that the Mets haven't been linked to Burnes as of late. I mean, earlier in the offseason, they were because of the connection between him and Stearns. But I would think the Mets would really jump on Burnes. And about a week ago, the Dodgers and the Orioles were the two top teams after him. So we'll see what happens now. The Dodgers are probably out of that race. I guess maybe the Yankees are going to insert themselves in. Who knows? But I think, in my opinion, they should really, really think about landing him. And in my video, I talked about, hey, go out and get Christian Walker. You don't have to sign him to a 6-year deal. He'll probably just command a 3-year deal at most. And I think, maybe I'm wrong, but if you don't want Walker, Cody Bellinger, I didn't even mention him. Cody Bellinger is on the market now. So if you could get the Cubs to pay some of Bellinger's money, or you trade Stroman to offset to offset the Bellinger money, so it's not as much coming onto the books. You have to think of it. Bellinger, he could play center field, he could play first base. That's how versatile that boy is. He's a left-handed bat. Last year now, he really didn't have the best year. A couple years ago, he had a nice season with the Cubbies. But last season, let me look up his numbers. But last year wasn't as good as his 2023 season with the Cubs. So last year, he hit 266, 18 home runs, drove in 78, had a 751 OPS. But he could play first base, he could play center field, and he's a left-handed bat. So he's a guy that I wouldn't mind the Yankees taking on. However, I don't want the Yankees spending that kind of money on him. Now, he only has 2 more years, right? He has this at 2025, then he has an opt-out if he wants to opt out and test again, and then 2026 if he opts in to his 2026 deal, if he doesn't take that opt-out after 25. And in 2023, he hit the heck out of the ball. An 881 OPS. Tremendous year for him. Bounce back season. Was he the comeback player of the year? I don't know. I'm not sure. But he won a Silver Slugger, so that's cool. But Bellinger, somebody I would welcome. It's just the Cubs would have to eat some of his money. Or take back Stroman. I know that was proposed. Somebody else proposed that. And Brian Hoke was like, no way. Well, that's one of the ways, maybe the only way I would do it, is take back Stroman and you get Bellinger and you only add on maybe 10, 15 million, which is not only, kind of a lot. But Cody, left-handed swing, younger than Walker, younger than Alonso by a couple of years. I wouldn't mind Bellinger. But listen, the Yankees upped their offer to Juan Soto. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Do you think this means anything? Do you think that this means nothing? Do you think the Mets going to counteract and say, yo, Juan, here's a blank check. Write in the number you want. Who knows? But I just find it interesting that the Yankees are the only team, as of this moment, at the time of making this video, are the only team that to reportedly go back and offer him another deal. The Mets, everybody else still has time. So we'll see what happens. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I didn't say that in my other upload. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy it.